I have no idea what kind of seed pods or flowers those are, but they're pretty. Ooh, check this out. So I'm going down the trail, and right smack dab in the middle of it is this. Anybody know what it is? I think it's part of some kind of horse tackle or whatever you call that stuff. I'm not good with that stuff. But this is right where the old road through here used to be. Evidently that got washed out from the last rain. Look what we have here. I used to think these were mushrooms, but they're not. They're actually a flower called ghost pipes. And they can look a lot like some type of fungus, but they're actually a flower with a flowering plant with no chlorophyll. They rely on fungus to transfer nutrients from tree roots. So they're an interesting plant, to say the least. Don't go picking them because they require very specific conditions to grow. And if I remember correctly, they've only successfully been artificially grown in a lab. So you can't just get the seeds and throw them in your garden and expect them to grow. It's not how those work. Just thought I heard a goat. Yeah, that just used to be a blacksmith shop. This composite building stuff's nice, but some animals love to chew on it. Those are very small deer tracks. That's, a baby. And they are going that way. I wonder if that sound I thought was a goat was actually that baby deer. I have heard them sound like that before. And those tracks can't be any more than 5-6 hours old because of the rain we had this morning. And it makes me remember one of the neatest experiences I've ever had on the trail was I was just hiking one day, and oh gosh, this was years and years ago. And all of a sudden I stopped because in the middle of the trail, 15 feet away from me, was a baby deer that was just birthed. I mean, had all the mess there. It was still wet, hadn't even stood up. So I just immediately backed away. I just backed away and got far enough back of the way out of sight to see the mama come out of the bushes and, nudge and do her little stuff with that baby and watch it stand up for the first time in a walk. That was amazing. And no, I can't prove it. This was back when you still had to put film into a camera to get a picture. Cell phones didn't have cameras. Didn't even have a cell phone then. They were fairly new and not that common. Whew, time flies. Somebody's cleared away all the sticks and pulled out some of the rocks to see if they can get in that cave. People, if you manage to squeeze into that cave, the only thing you're gonna find is death. Don't try to stick your face in the nail, you just piss off a raccoon. Never anger the raccoons. Oh, here's something I've been dying to show you. all year, and it's finally time that I can actually show you. And what I have got here are pawpaw trees. Now, those of you who don't know, I think there's been some things in markets called pawpaws. Those aren't real pawpaws from what I know. I've never actually bought one. But pawpaws are the only native North American tropical fruit, from what I've read and understand. They are finally growing big enough on these trees for me to be able to show you that they look like potatoes on a tree, green potatoes. But here, let me stick the camera up into the tree and show you. Pawpaws, they're not ripe yet though. From a distance, they can be hard to spot. But you can smell them in the trees when they're ripe. Oh, the smell. It's like a sickly sweet smell. You can't miss it. Almost kind of like overripe bananas. And they are delicious. They taste kind of like a cross between, to me, a banana and a cantaloupe or something like that. They are very good when they're ripe, but the season is very short for them. Yum. Mmm. Raspberries. I just don't like the seed. What in the world? This is the most random thing. I mean, you come across random stuff, but this is random. How does that golf ball get there? The golf course is way too far away. It's got like teeth marks in it or something. Either a person put it there or some animal oddly dropped it there somehow. That's so weird. I find myself saying that a lot out in the woods. So it must be normal.